Alright guys, so I'm going to be running you through this trade recap today. I unfortunately did not get to take this trade because TOPSTEP X's platform was fucking bugging. Couldn't view price action, couldn't place a trade. Um, Honestly, I've never had that issue with TOPSTEP before. It was just really unfortunate that an A+ setup played out right whenever I, um, wanted to enter the trade. So, yeah, like I said, it's unfortunate, but coming into pre-market, I did have a bearish bias. Um, Simply because yesterday we came up quite a bit. So I was looking for at least a little bit of retracement, maybe even these lows getting swept out here. So yeah, off rip, like I said, I saw a 15-minute SMT divergence form. If you guys don't know what a SMT divergence is, I'd recommend watching a YouTube video. There's plenty of content out there on YouTube about it, but I'll briefly explain it for you. So basically, it's when you have two indices like ES and NQ that are correlated, and one of them comes up to sweep out highs. So these were London highs right here. You can see literally right at market open, price came up, took out these highs. But if we go to ES, we see that ES failed to come take out these highs, right? So for me, that is a very high probability confluence, especially on the higher time frame, because higher time frame always tells a story, right? So yeah, we failed to take out highs on ES. Pretty much confirmed the intent right there. So let's go back to MNQ. And we also did come into this 15-minute order block right up here where previous all-time highs were. And on top of that, I'm on the 2-minute right now, but if we go down to the 5-minute, we see a 5-minute change in the state of delivery. And that combined with the SMT is such a high probability confluence, at least for me, in how I've been trading for the past couple of years. But yeah, like I said, we come up, swap out London highs, made a SMT, also came in this order block. I mean, this is literally A+ for me, right? So you could have entered solely off of this CISD. I probably would have set my stop loss right here above this gap. Could have targeted Asia lows right here, or there's also a bunch of low resistance liquidity right here, right here, right here, and down here. And we also have this 30-minute gap that was yet to get filled. So most likely I would have just taken partials at this level and let my runners run, probably all the way down to right here. And you can see we literally came down, respected this gap almost perfectly, and then, made moves back up. So yeah, if you wanted to wait for a retracement, you could have, like I said, you could scale down even further to like the 2-minute. And you can see we had this bearish fair value gap that formed off that change in the state of delivery. And you see we did come up and tap into it a little bit. And, based off that reaction, how that candle closed, you could have entered right there. It would have just made your risk to reward a little bit better. Like I said, keep your stop loss above that gap. And right there, if you're just targeting Asia lows, that's, a two risk to reward right there. And yeah, honestly, a pretty simple trade recap. Like I said, very unfortunate I couldn't actually take this trade. I would have banked on this trade because, like I said, this is an A+ setup for me. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you have any more questions about the confluences I use, like I said, I would recommend you looking up on YouTube. TJR has very good educational videos on SMT and liquidity sweeps if you guys are a beginner trader. But yeah, other than that, if you guys have any more questions, you can hit me up directly. I'd be willing to help you out. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great trading day tomorrow. We'll get back to it. And yeah.